You just read the same sentence 3 times, and it still didn't stick. You open this video to watch something useful, but there's a good chance you've already checked your phone once since pressing play. Maybe twice. No judgment. That's not weakness. That's not laziness. That's your brain in 2025 doing exactly what 2 decades of screens, notifications, and 5-second videos have trained it to do. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The average time a person spends focused on a single task has dropped from about 150 seconds in 2004 to just 47 seconds today. That's less than 1 minute. Your grandfather could read a newspaper for an hour. You struggled to get through a paragraph without your thumb twitching toward Instagram. But here's what nobody is telling you. Your attention span isn't gone. It's just been hijacked. And you can take it back faster than you think. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear 5-step system to rewire your focus, rebuild your concentration, and start feeling sharp again in as little as 48 hours. Let's get into it. Why your brain keeps bailing on you. You sit down to work. Brain says, first, let's just check the notifications real quick. You open a book. Brain says, one YouTube video won't hurt. For research. You try to have a conversation. Brain says, wonder what's happening on Reddit right now. Sound familiar? Here's why it happens. Short-form video trains your brain to expect constant novelty. Every few seconds, a new cut, a new sound, a new dopamine hit. When you then try to focus on something real, your brain keeps waiting for the next stimulus, the one that never comes. You haven't become stupid. You've been trained. And what was trained can be retrained. Step 1. Do a dopamine fast, just for the morning. Your attention span runs on dopamine. When dopamine levels in your prefrontal cortex are optimized, you can filter out distractions and stay locked onto a task. The problem? You've been flooding your brain with cheap dopamine since the moment you woke up. Scroll, like, notification, repeat. It's like eating a bag of sugar before breakfast and then wondering why you're not hungry for real food. The fix is simple. The first hour after you wake up, no phone, no social media, no news, no YouTube, just exist. Drink your coffee. Sit with your thoughts, look out a window like a Victorian poet. Why it works. Your brain gets a chance to reset its dopamine baseline. After just one morning of this, real tasks, reading, writing, thinking, start to feel interesting again instead of invisible. The first 20 minutes will feel boring. That boredom is the healing. Step 2. Train your focus like a muscle. Start embarrassingly small. Here's the mistake most people make. They decide to fix their attention span and immediately try to focus for 2 hours straight. That's like someone who hasn't run in 10 years deciding to do a marathon on day 1. The result? They quit in 40 minutes and feel worse than before. Attention span responds to training the same way a muscle responds to exercise. If you've spent years conditioning your brain toward 47-second task switches, you won't flip to 90-minute deep work sessions overnight. Start with 10 minutes. Set a timer. 1 task, 0 tabs, 0 phone. When the timer goes off, you win. Then next session, try 15, then 20. Add 5 minutes every few days. Your brain needs to learn that sustained focus is safe, that nothing terrible happens when you sit still and think for longer than a minute. Pro tip: make the starting step so small it feels embarrassing. Open the document, put the book on the desk, pick up the pen. Your brain's threat detector can't argue with that. Step 3. Sleep is not optional. It's the whole game. You can try every focus trick in the world, but if you're sleeping 6 hours a night, you're pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it. After 5 nights of just 4 hours of sleep, a single recovery night is not enough to fully restore cognitive performance. Even 3 consecutive nights of 8 hours failed to completely reverse the damage from a week of restricted sleep. You can't borrow from sleep and pay it back on the weekend. The debt doesn't clear that way. Sleep is when your brain consolidates attention circuits. It's when your prefrontal cortex, the focus headquarters, charges. Shortchange it, and your attention span is the first thing to go. 7 to 9 hours. Consistent bedtime. Phone out of the bedroom. That's it. Not glamorous, but no hack on this list works without it. Think of sleep as the charger. Everything else in this video is the battery. A dead battery doesn't care how good the charger is. Step 4. Meditation. 10 minutes is enough. Before you skip this step, hear this out. You don't need incense. You don't need an app. You don't need to sit cross-legged on a mountain. A single 10-minute mindfulness meditation improves executive attentional control even in people who have never meditated before. That's not a cumulative effect over weeks of practice. It's measurable after one session. Here's how it works. Sit down, close your eyes, focus on your breathing. Your mind wanders, and it will, and you notice it and bring it back. That's it. That simple act of noticing your mind has drifted and returning it to focus. That is literally the same skill you need when your brain wants to bail on a task and check your phone. You're not relaxing, you're training. Meditation trains the same attentional muscles you need for focused work. 10 minutes a day. Same time every morning. Give it 48 hours and notice what shifts. Step 5. Protect your attention like it's money. Because it is. Here's the thing nobody talks about. Knowledge workers lose an estimated 2.1 hours per day to attention fragmentation. That's 2 hours of your life, every single day, gone. Not because you were lazy, but because your environment was designed to steal your focus and you let it. Notifications are not reminders. They're interruptions with a marketing budget. Turning off notifications, closing extra tabs, and putting your phone in a different room are among the simplest and most effective ways to improve attention. Not because willpower works, but because removing the trigger removes the battle entirely. You wouldn't try to diet while sitting in a bakery. Stop trying to focus while your phone buzzes every 4 minutes. Design your environment for the brain you want, not the brain you currently have. Phone in another room, one tab open, one task visible. Let the workspace do the heavy lifting. Your 48-hour attention reset, the cheat sheet. 1. No phone for the first hour of your morning. Let your dopamine reset. 2. Start with 10-minute focus blocks. Grow slowly. Don't rush it. 3. Protect your sleep like your focus depends on it. Because it does. 4. 10 minutes of meditation, once a day, non-negotiable. 5. Remove the distractions from your environment before the battle even starts. Do this for 48 hours and you won't be a different person. But you'll feel the difference. Focus will stop feeling like a fight. Thoughts will start completing themselves. You'll finish a paragraph, maybe even a whole article, and realize your thumb never twitched once. Your attention span isn't broken, it's just been waiting for you to take it back. So what's the first thing you'll focus on today? Without your phone nearby, drop it in the comments. And if you want more content on building your brain back to sharp, you know what to do, like subscribe. Let's get your focus back.